replace Braden with Azek? Hello, I'm Michael. Um, s- Thank you, appreciate it. Probably am, could be. So Aiden S, very shitty, very bad kid. Doesn't get along with many people.
Hey guys, there's no audio on the stream. No, I open it and my screen. It's not. There's no audio. No, I open it and my screen. It's not. There's no audio.
I hear audio. There's audio.
No, I open it and my screen. It's not. There's no. I got it now. We're good.
So about Aiden Charlemagne, he is not the greatest kid. Midgets they're already pretty bad, but then black haired midgets with slick backs, that's pretty bad too. This kid is a little midget that thinks he could beat anyone in a fight. It's quite pathetic. He is about like not even 5 foot. He's probably like 4'11", 5 foot, and he has the worst haircut you would ever see. He gets in a lot of fights with people. I got suspended because of him once or twice. Or once, yeah, I got suspended because of him once. Not the greatest thing. Um, but he gets in fights with many people, not just me, Xander, Braden, but many, many people in our school. Um, with this kid, he he just thinks he's better than everyone. He's quite the narcissist. Um, he tried today, for a good instance. I was in my social studies class and I was walking past his science classroom. He flipped me and Nima off for no reason, so then we stood there. It was quite funny though because Miss McQuiston looked at him at the perfect moment and she sent him to the office because he was flipping us off. Quite hilarious if you ask me. Um let's see. So another thing is about Aiden is he's a very racist. Just a couple of the pleasant words that no one wants to hear, such as the N word. He said it many times last year, this year, probably even right now he is. Um he said it in front of Gift and Joe once as well, which I find hilarious in the context, but not a good thing to do. Back to Callan.
I mean, Aiden S. Like, I'm an annoying little prick a lot of the time, but like he takes the cake. Like, you shouldn't be going around saying like the N word to people. That is just so effed, you know. Yeah, yeah. So like, all right. So Michael over here got suspended because he just wanted to talk to Aiden. And like he ended up lying to the office and saying that he was chasing him, which wasn't the case. Like the office has so much pity for him, and I don't get why. Like he's done so much stuff wrong, but it also seems like he'll never get in trouble for it. Like like he literally called one of my friends skinny today, and that he wasn't scared of him, but like he walked up to him, kind of just like cowered in fear. Like also like I'll admit I was kind of being a prick, but like I was just like minding my business, and like he ended up piping up, and I ended up piping up back, and I ended up talking smack, and he ended up saying, "No, let's fight outside." And I was like, "Bet," and I waited outside.
Um, yeah.
All right. Thank you for having me on. Well, off of all the basic points, it really makes sense. He is narcissistic, and he really aims to hurt people's feelings. He really does. It's not a joking way, just with the N word and derogatory slurs. It's really not okay. But I think we've gotten justice for what's happened, threats against friends and things like that. But now he has to get walked to the bus by a school officer, and he's in the office constantly, which I think is great. But I think there could have been more done about what he's done because what happened is not okay. Thank you.
Now, especially with him having to be walked by an officer, keep in mind he's not a threat to anyone. We're the threats to him. He is walked by an officer because every kid in the damn school wants to jump this kid.
Yeah,
He
not
has
to
gotten.
interrupt, but
Oh, go right
that
ahead.
is
Go
a
right
good
ahead.
point. Yeah, he gives this kid at our school a hard time. His name is Sean. He's a scrawny little kid, but he makes things like him. And I walk out to the bus with Sean because we have the same period. I walk out the same door, but he walked out and he taunts Sean or says shit about him. But what happens is, and I see him and I say, "Hey, Aiden," because this is proof that Michael's point. That we are the threat because we threatened to jump him. There's been some consequences, but I think it's worth it. I said, "Hey, Sean," and I yelled it so he could hear me, just to scare him off. But Aiden's not who he says he is or acts how he is. He's all talk, no walk. Thank you.
Oh yes, I
Uh,
can. Or
Go
go
ahead.
right ahead. Or okay. So with that, the first time I ever played Call of Duty with him. Now I'm not very good at Call of Duty. I'm like level 22. I'm absolute trash. But the first time that I ever went against him, I destroyed him. He is that bad. as well as it. I've played many other games, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Fall Guys. I've played all those games with him. He is such a terrible person. I mean, I mean, if you guys have seen the game Fall Guys, you're not even going against anyone with like guns or anything. You're literally just doing like crappy parkour through a little cartoonish game, and he rages so hard. I mean, to the point where you tell people to kill themselves over that, it's quite ridiculous. And not even that, it's just he's such a narcissist. He thinks he's so good, but in reality, like for example, Fortnite, he has hacks. He has custom crosshairs, he has aimbot, I mean, all of this. Me and my friend Lucas Fisher actually found out that he actually has like a building setup. So he has like a little thing where like it auto builds for him. It's crazy, and he thinks he's actually skilled for it. It's quite pathetic. Next person, if you would like to go.
Yeah, see, the way that like he treats someone, like Callan was telling me that he literally punched your little brother. Like that that does not slide to my mind. Why does that, you know? You can't hear me?
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's not even the joking sense. He really means to hurt people. Um, Games and such. I've played Call of Duty with him, but it's gotten to the point where he just wants to hurt people for his own personal gain. Um, he really doesn't care about how anybody else feels. He just wants everything to himself. He wants to feel good. He cheats like the previous point, but this point it's not even acceptable at a joking level. It's just plain out trying to be rude to people, and I've seen people get hurt by that. People being told that even if it's a joking way, people can get really hurt and it's not fine.
Okay. I have to go soon because I'm about to go skate to a friend's house. But like, all right, the way that I met him is I was in resource class, and we were kind of just like talking. He used to be friends with Lucas, right? Um, you know the yeah, the fun yeah. So he used to be friends with him, and like I was kind of like messing around with Max, and somehow, some way, we started like ended up fighting, and yeah, I
Yeah, that's a good point. I met Aiden through Callan when me and him had a digital design class together, and he sat behind us. Didn't know the kid, but Callan talked to him, so I thought, hey, not a big deal. And we talked, and we get bonded, and eventually it became just a normal thing. We became friends, but it got to the point, we're playing games together and such. But he's had multiple chances. He's said many things. We're like, all right, you know what? We can't deal with this anymore, and we give him another chance. And actually, at the beginning of this year, we didn't really like him, but he was cool with us. We were cool with him. We gave him another chance, but he's really nice. But then he started going around assaulting people, saying things to each other, and threatening people, which was just not okay. Um, that's my part of that. Didn't know him that well. Just met him last year, but yeah, it's not acceptable.
Of course, of course. Well, first off, let's just start. Um, I met him through, or I had a couple, or I had only one class with him, and it was art. I had a first period, and I just knew him through just like the rumors that I heard about him, just with his derogatory statements. But that was in seventh grade. I started to get to know him a little bit more through seventh grade because I had a sudden interest in this kid. And then he tried joining my friend group. My friend group can consisted of many kids, sporty gamers, regular people, occasional school stoners. Well, he tried joining. Um, and let's just say no one really liked. Well, he tried a little bit too hard, and he ended up getting his feelings hurt. So he just had a sudden hate for me, my old friend group, not the current one that I have now. But yes, many, many. I just met him through art and him trying to join my friend group for some reason. So yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's your turn. You're fine.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there's some more people that should have been here for this podcast, but they aren't here. Seven was a really big key role in this. I think he got attacked the most, not physically, but what people said, his parents, and there's a whole thing. I won't go into it just for the privacy of him, but his parents and stuff, and he got really hurt, including my parents and Michael's parents. Talking shit about them, not even just like joking, haha stuff. It was really meant to hurt, and yeah, that's all I have to really say. But there's some people that really played a key role that deserve some credit for this.
He also, yeah, he also threatened, but like that's it. Like the point where he either needs to get like 4 months out of school suspension.
Um. Yes. So one threat that he made to me is that he would take down my whole entire friend group. That it's quite a hilarious thing. Cause some might not think I'm that strong, and sure, I might not be the strongest of a lot of people, but I'm pretty strong compared to some people in that damn school. Especially my friend group, they consist of a lot of strong people, such as Phoenix or Jack. I mean, they're some of the strongest kids in the damn school, and he thinks he could bring down my friend group. Now that's just a bad move. Let alone me or my friend group, that's just pathetic.
Maybe like anything school. Does it have to be like school related or?
For this podcast, we're gonna have it be school related, yes.
And nothing else on Aiden. Like, I think we got to put our point across. But like the way he treats people, like Callan's telling me that he literally fucking punched. Sorry, I'm sorry for my French. I but like he punched Callan's brother, and I just don't slide with me. You know, like something needs to be done about this kid, and if it's not, I think something's bad's gonna happen or something worse. Like it's to the point, like violence is never the answer, right? But like at the same time, like violence might be the answer to this problem.
Yeah, that's a good point, Braden. Like this is how the whole thing started and how it ended for all of us. But it started with I forgot who it was, but he punched Sean, the kid I already talked about, and one of my other friends, Caden. It was all fine, but we threatened, which was bad on our part. But I think what we did, the morality of it is what really mattered. Standing up for ourselves and others that we care about. The whole point of this podcast is our friends really your friends, but you really find out who your true friends are in the end for what they do to you, others, and how you should treat them. So my advice is watch out who you hang out with.
Yeah, that's agreed. Like one of these days, someone's gonna have enough with his dumb crap, and something's bad's gonna happen. And like the point of this podcast is kind of like to prevent that and stand up for all of our friends. But like he needs to stop. He needs to be stopped or needs to grow up in his mind and say, "Hey, this isn't okay." Like I Michael never even told me that he was trying to take down our friend group. Like that's something that we hold strong to our hearts, but like yeah. There's another story that Jack told me. Like he ended up pulling down his backpack and Jack couldn't do anything because in this time he just got suspended for doing something that he shouldn't have done. He full on regrets it. But like yeah. Like somebody he's gonna piss off the wrong person and something bad's gonna happen. That isn't a threat. That's something that may or may not happen.
Yeah, I agree. Because me and Braden were in the same friend group, and keep in mind, or most of you probably don't know friend group, but most of the kids in our friend group have been through a lot in their lives, and it's not like we're just some like normal people with small traumas. It's not like your mom's just yelling at you. I mean, a lot of us have been through some pretty good trauma. So it's not like we're just like getting hurt, like butt hurt over all these small comments. I mean, we've been through a lot. Our whole friend group's been through a lot, and honestly, if it starts to affect us that much after the stuff that we've been through, this kid just really needs to be stopped. In general.
he has also done some borderline illegal stuff, like telling someone to kill themselves. That's just borderline illegal.
Yeah, and with poor parenting, some of you in your head might be like, "Oh, this kid is being bad to other people because he's had a rough childhood or something." No. No, 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 no.
Yeah, this kid is rich as hell. He's
Yeah,
got
this
everything, and he steals money. Steals money.
this is quite the opposite of what you would think. This is not even bad parenting. His parents have tried to teach him. His parents have tried. They have tried. They have tried, and I've seen the text with his parents too. They truly are trying to help him. It's just he's that much of a brat, can't even listen to his own parents, let alone have somewhat respect for other people. Yeah, and like with poor parenting, I mean, it's not even the point where the parents are bad. I mean, it's no one's even trying to do anything about it. Like The Office, when I got suspended, talked to him and put him in line. Got sent to the office. They said that I was in trouble because I was threatening him and that I was making derogatory statements. What derogatory statements did I make? I tried talking to the kid and he ran away because he knows he was in the wrong. It's just kind of pathetic to see people these days. It's just sad. And the thing is, some people don't think like sure the statement "kill yourself." You think, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. People won't actually do that. People don't wouldn't hurt themselves over just a small comment like that. You need to realize how many like mentally unstable people there are, especially with the little snowflakes in this world today.
Yeah, they take this stuff seriously, and it's not okay. People get hurt and they don't believe it. They think, oh, it's not a big deal. But I've seen people and hurt people get hurt over nothing like that.
I would be out of the school at that point. I would be close to expelled. If I wasn't suspended for a week, I would be close to expelled. And the judgment of the school is just so hypocritical. Because at this point, they're going based off of size. This isn't wrestling. This isn't boxing. It doesn't matter who you are, the size, strength, or who you are. Words, they're like bullets. Doesn't the hell they're going through, they're still gonna do damage. Yeah, like if this is reality, if anyone in the world said that to anyone, it's either your ass is in the floor because you offended someone, or someone's just not going to stand for it and you're going to get canceled. It's just ridiculous.
So, oh, I have to go. Something bad happened to someone, and I need to go call some people to figure out something.
Is it the friend group, Braden, or is it what?
Read your Snapchat message. I'm not comfortable saying it out
All right,
loud.
gotcha.
Be available in the next 5 minutes. I just go call some people and figure out what to do.
All right, I'm back.
I'm gonna go figure out what to do. All right. Bye.
No, I got nothing. If you're ready, continue. I am.
Same here. Hey, I need to go help Braden with this thing. I'll be right back.
Um, what's the topic again? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. No, nothing now. Yeah, he has to go do something with it, Braden. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I really agree with that point. It does really take a toll on people, but I think what's most important is some of the actions we could have done were definitely been better. Oh, all right. Is it good now?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me, Michael?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Anyways, I think if he can't hear me, that's fine. But I think what's most important is the actions we took could have been better. But
I'm back
I
finally.
think what's most important is changing people who act this way. Um, instead of keeping these people, which some of these things I will never forgive, but what's most important is changing these people you're around. But that's my point.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like it most sometimes it can have to do with the people that you're around, but I mean, this kid is close to never around anyone because like literally everyone hates him. Go ahead. Yes. Yes. All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Hello. Yeah, I
Yep.
can hear you.
I've been able to.
All right. Mute up.
Really?
I can hear